Transition. We did it.
We're done.
For the eighth time.
We're done with those. We need something new. Oh, can I say something really quick before we start?
Oh, okay, yeah. Get your dirty garbage baggage out of the way before
Let the
we
cat
start.
out of the bag. Yeah, I don't sound too good. What's new? I think this is probably maybe the third or fourth show where I've sounded under the weather. Yeah, it's back. Something is going around in Oklahoma. And
Oh, really? I just thought you usually sound like this.
that's so nice. It's mysterious. I like it. It's bold. But yeah, just a little under the weather. We won't talk about it. Just a slight change in tone. Nothing else is new. Anyway, Drake,
Yeah.
welcome back
We're
to
back.
the studio.
Another
Shoot Your
week.
Shot podcast on Twitch.
Week 8. If some people consider 4 weeks to be a month, so this would be the second month. Even though I'm not one of those people, so we're not quite there. Next week we can call it 2 months, but yeah. If you see all this lovely stuff behind us, we're trying to improve. Now, don't look at the thunder sign.
Listen.
it's taped,
had
and you
an
can definitely
issue.
see the tape too. It's fine. It looks
raw.
good.
It's a mock-up. I've been saying that the whole night. It's a mock-up.
It's a mock-up
Or-
of what?
A mock-up of future framing, signage.
Okay. Well, we'll let you have that excuse this week, but if I see that tape again, I'm gonna.
Hey, how about a Metal Edge Media production?
Oh, yeah, you also put that up without my say-so. So, well, hey, you know what? We'll talk about it, okay? Do you remember last week when you physically assaulted me and I gave you a receipt? We'll talk about it, okay?
Oh, you know
We'll
what I
talk
just
about it.
noticed? You're
What?
really
What?
high again. You need to scoot your seat lower.
You said for me to go up last week.
Oh,
You
so
said you
maybe-
liked me in a higher position. And listen, hey, not the first time I've heard that either. Okay.
Hold on 1 second.
I guess I should get some news out of the way before we get into the show. As much as we hate to say it, and as much as we've loved growing accustomed to the space that we're in now, we are moving. Yeah, that's right. They got tired of us in this building. The building that we're not going to disclose, even though on one of the episodes Julie accidentally did disclose what it was. We're moving locations. I think it's December 13th. I think it's December 13th. So yeah, we will be moving locations to another undisclosed location. But around that time, God forbid if we're still doing this, we probably will be. We're going to be in a new location. How do you feel about that? I mean, this is where the baby started. Oh God,
The baby.
I wish I could have that one back.
It's sad because this has worked so well. And I'm not ready for a transition like that. We don't know where we're going to end up. And God forbid the Wi-Fi is terrible. Because we've had some pretty bad Wi-Fi issues here. Thank God for Ethernet. My goodness.
We kind of know where we're going.
Do we?
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
Okay, what else do I have on the intro? New location. Oh, I'm going to a concert Tuesday
Ooh.
for the birthday. A couple weeks away, the 24th. I believe. Didn't we say the Saturday episode is the day before?
Your
or
birthday's
something?
on the 26th.
Something like that. Okay. Eric! A7X finished work on their new album. Julia, don't you love A7X?
Yeah. If I knew who they were, I'm pretty sure I would.
That's great, Eric, because they're still like not old yet, and it's taken them far too long to finish an album. I think their last album came out in 2016. Anyways, what?
Can we?
Do you want to talk about the
Yeah.
matching?
So
This is
let's-
like the second time it's happened.
So okay, I'll start with myself. Pretty relaxed day. I figured, hey, why don't I just throw on the Property of ESPN t-shirt, vintage. I don't know if I'll ever work for them, but I thought, sports, ESPN, kind of cool.
Yeah,
And
it's sports.
Drake rolls up in here with that
ESPN,
piece.
the magazine. I killed someone for this. I killed a magazine. What would you call it? The editor of the ESPN magazine.
Killed him with kindness. I'm assuming.
No, I killed him.
Oh, okay.
Like I took it off of his cold dead corpse. It's Halloween, by the way. Happy Halloween. Okay, that's it. We have important business to get to. Very important business to get to. Most notably, a bet that took place last week, and it was a bet that you lost. And
This is the first bet that I have won in 3 weeks. No, sorry, the first bet that I have lost in 3 weeks.
Yeah, and it still coincides with the note we made last week, which is every time OU wins, I win the bet.
Hey, we'll get to that big win. But for now,
Big win.
I
Sure.
chose.
You chose Alabama, which I listen. I
Yeah.
get it. I get it. Okay, like I'm pretty sure. I think I saw a stat. It was like the past 167 games they've been favored. Like, and that's like
Well,
that may be
since
dating back to like 2007.
2006 is when the last
Six.
time Tennessee was able to upset Alabama.
So yeah, that might have been one of the best college games I've ever seen. Right up there with Oklahoma, Texas last year. But yeah, Tennessee ended up winning.
And I need
say
you to
something?
read the chat. King in the Jungle. Oh, good. The moderator left free for all. Do we need a moderator?
That. Oh my God, I could see it happen in real life. That was great. Okay, I'm getting the wheel. Hey, it's okay. You know what? We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going. That's what we do.
What happened to it?
Okay, you ready?
My basketball. All right.
Blank space. And I know which ones are blank, even though I haven't erased all of them.
Alabama. Why?
Ghost pepper. What?
I can't see that. Can I see?
It's a habanero.
Well, don't. Okay.
No, it's fine. That's the rule.
Grab it for me. So just to go back to, we'll get into it when we talk about, it was week 7. Tennessee. Wow. I expected them to do good, but not that good. And Bryce Young was back. Tennessee just was the better team. And lo and behold, Julia lost.
Hendon Hooker. Let me see. I have some stuff written down here. Hendon Hooker. He may be 30 years old, but let me tell you,
Actually?
he's close. He's like 27, I think, or something like
Jeez.
that. No, he's not 27. That's a joke. I don't know his real age. I just know he's been there a while. Him and I didn't get his first name. I called it the Hooker Hyatt connection. I think Hyatt, who is one of Tennessee's receivers, had like 5 receiving touchdowns. Just absolutely bizarro bonker numbers. But I digress. The Tennessee fans ended up taking the field goal posts out of the ground and throwing them into the river.
Hey, we'll get to that.
Oh, you got it? Do you know what river that is? I'm not geographic. I'm geographically challenged sometimes.
No, I don't. But what I do know is that I have that as part of my dump / segment /
We need to get a dump. We need to get
yeah, I know.
a toilet
Like,
flush
oh!
sound.
Like, no.
You ready?
Okay.
You got to look at it.
What am I looking at?
Mm-hmm. You know what you're looking at. Okay.
Yes.
This is going to be tame. If there's apple whiskey before habanero, that's what you're going to be tasting first. I'm not excited.
I don't want to take the whole thing.
It's been a while since I've gotten to do this. Here we go.
Can I just take half?
Yeah, I don't.
Because I have a cough.
We don't have set rules here. Okay.
Okay.
It's really just who cares.
Cheers, Alabama. Appreciate it.
Oh wow! You took all of it.
Oh, I didn't mean to.
Did you get the little glurp glurp?
You heard that?
Yeah, I put the.
Did you hear that?
I put the mic right up to you.
Oh. Yeah, you said it would clear my sinus. Oh, and my throat. It's kind of.
Really?
It's-
Can you taste apple and whiskey at all?
Oh, is that what that is?
Yeah.
I can. That's good. It's hot.
Well, you know what? You know where apples and whiskey come from, right? Animals.
Oh, it's not vegan. Jeez. Can I say something?
Let's read the ingredients.
My throat has kind of been closed because of the illness, and I don't want it to be closed even more.
Wow, yeah, you drank the whole thing. Good job.
I'm actually kind of concerned.
I hope my CD didn't break back there, but it's fine. Okay.
Anywho.
It's time. Were you able to do your job this weekend, Julia? Like at all? Did you get to see any games?
I did a little bit. I have a couple I think I want to cover.
Okay. Do you want to hit when I hit or
Yeah, but here this is the main thing I wanted to discuss.
Okay.
I will discuss this later in my dump. The one of many dumps tonight,
As you should.
as I should. A&M had a bye week, and that's all I'm gonna say. Nope, no comment. A&M had a bye week. Everyone can interpret that however they wish. Strip Strike 1, if you are watching, which I really hope you are because I know you're not doing anything at home. Much
Way
needed.
to give away the position there.
Well,
Wonder who that could be.
it could be my boss. You never know. All right.
Okay.
Start us off.
All right. Well, even though Texas A&M did have a bye week, OU did not. OU, a team who had lost 3 in a row for the first time, I believe, ever in conference. No, that's not true.
It's been a while.
It's been a while. Maybe late 90s, mid
Right.
90s is the last time. It was, I'm trying to put this in the right words. It was really nice being able to watch an offense that could go. Of course, Dylan Gabriel did not play last week against Texas.
Mhm.
And, oh boy, could you tell the difference when he was out on the field?
Oh boy.
701 yards of total offense for the offense. Hey, I like that.
You want to
Okay.
you want to like something else? You ready for this?
Oh no.
Stat Queen's here. She's back.
Oh no. Oh no. Okay, let's hear it.
29 for 42 on attempts.
I like that.
You like that?
I like that.
How about 403 yards passing?
I like that.
2 touchdowns.
Yeah,
How about 1 interception?
not bad. Not bad for a week off.
And a team, high, because Tennessee didn't rush the ball that well.
Tennessee or Kansas.
Kansas.
Mm-hmm. That's okay. It's fine.
It's
Is
kind
it
of
really?
my head's just hot.
Isn't that great? You know what we did? Smartly. We put the hot sauce segment in the beginning so we could make the excuse for ourselves that we just don't know what the hell we're talking about.
I'll be honest with you because I haven't been in the best headspace because I've been sick. Now this is just taking a big old damper on
So
that
what?
whole
So
thing.
what about Kansas rushing?
No, OU had 298 rushing yards total.
298. Well, I'm glad you brought that up because I had the video pulled up, but
Oh.
I actually did get I got some stats too. They were likes, but Eric Gray is someone I would like to talk about. Not just from yesterday's game, but all season. Eric Gray has been here since last year. Okay, he transferred in from Rocky Top, Tennessee. He did not perform. I'm talking about last year. He did not perform to people's expectations. Now, you can say whatever you want about Sooner fans and expectations. We've gone over them numerous times on this show. Usually they're inflated to be nice about it. They're inflated. But let me tell you, ever since BV's taken over, Eric Lebby, offensive coordinator, let me just give you some season ranks for Mr. 1, Eric Gray. Nationally, he ranks 13th in total rushing yards, and he's tied for 6th in yards per carry. And in the Big 12, he's first in yards per carry, and he's second in rushing yards. Now, for those of you who don't know, Eric Gray is not a power runner, as one would say. He is more of an agile, quick running back. And let me tell you, we could compile a list, a highlight reel, of times he has made dudes miss him. He is able to go side to side very quickly, very fast. He makes multiple people look stupid.
I watched one of those plays.
Yeah, we had it on the highlight. It was the Nebraska game.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull that up. That dude did not know where he was. And so this leads me into a stat for you because you mentioned rushing yards and how great Eric Gray is. I have a very important piece of information for you.
Okay, let's hear it.
I need you to take a look at your screen.
Mine's a little delayed, but okay.
So these are 6 athletes that have hit the mark for 1,000 rushing yards after week 7. And I want you to take a good hard look at those 6 athletes. And I want
You see, okay, I know what you're doing.
there's 2 in particular I want you to focus on. And remember what I said about not saying anything?
I think I don't want to pay attention to one of them. Is that okay? Is that fair?
That's fine.
Please tell me you're talking about Daniel Papantonis, my boy from Greece. Right?
Yep.
Please?
That's
Is that
exactly
right?
who I'm talking about.
Yes.
But to be on a serious note, and I need your serious reaction right now. How
Okay.
how does that tickle your fancy? Should I say it?
Well, okay. I mean, I'm going to say this.
Okay.
I know the team that we're talking about. Okay. I know what their record is. Okay. And when I see a record like that, and then I see stuff like this, it tells me one thing. That team, whoever that team may be, doesn't. I'm really trying to be nice. Is one-dimensional offensively. Is that fair?
Okay, but no, that's great, and I'm glad you pointed that out.
Okay.
But I just wanted to bring this to your attention
Okay.
because it's kind of cool. Wouldn't you agree? Just say yes.
Yes.
Okay, great.
I'm really excited for TJ Cole from Ouachita. I think he's great.
Hey,
All
bud.
right, get that filth off my screen. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, Eric Gray did great. Dylan Gabriel did great. The offense did great. The defense gave up a lot of plays. Okay,
Yeah.
we've talked about the defense, but there is a silver lining. They turned the ball. They got 2 interceptions, I believe. I didn't see the final. I'm sorry, I didn't do my job fully, but they turned the ball. They turned Kansas over. Okay. And that's at least a step in a good direction. If you want to take a moral victory on the defensive side from yesterday, they were able to turn Kansas over. By the way, I think I should say this because we do have Texas fans that are watching us. OU has done something this year that Texas has not. Beat a top 25 opponent. Moving on. TCU, Oklahoma State. Were you able to watch that one?
A little bit. I do know that TCU is the last undefeated Big 12 team.
They are. Yep. TCU, number ranked 13th at the time, came in and beat Oklahoma State 43-40. Oklahoma State was ranked 8th at the time. Oh man. I'm not going to say I'm a wizard, okay?
Did you predict this?
Well, no. We talked about Spencer Sanders last week and how I said if all the cogs aren't rolling, they depend heavily on that man. Heavily on that man. And there were rumors that he was injured all week. He didn't get to practice. And I think those rumors ended up being true. But all of that to say is Oklahoma State was up by 17 coming out of halftime. 17. Okay? And they got super conservative. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is because OU has had a coach in the past couple of years and a previous regime who, when he got a big lead, got ultra conservative, which is not good. Okay?
Fair.
So, when you put your quarterback in situations like that, when you're super conservative, you're when it comes to a nut crunching time, you're going to overwork the man. And he did all he could. Props to Spencer Sanders. But I'm just saying, this is not the first time under one Mike Gundy that conservative play calling has been the demise of the team. That's all I'm going to say. TCU remains the only unbeaten team in the Big 12 and overall, too.
Let me just get A&M out of the way real quick.
Okay.
Just I know they didn't play.
They were playing the School of the Deaf and the Blind. Yeah.
There is a School of Deaf and the
I
Blind
know.
in Oklahoma.
I know. Okay.
So A&M is currently 3-3. They had a bye week, much needed. In my opinion, much needed. I talked to my dad. Much needed. He agrees as well. Their offense has struggled heavily the first half of the season. There has been no clicking whatsoever. You had Haynes King starting, then Max Johnson starting, and then he came out. Max King was in, almost beat Alabama. So many hopes for that game, and I feel like A&M has been hopeful because of that game, and I think this bye week they're able to...
Did something fall again? 3 for 3, and it's not even because it wasn't held up. Wow. We need to work on the infrastructure of this place. It is going... You know what? I didn't want to say it. This is why we're moving. This place is crumbling on us.
There's actually ghosts in here.
Do you remember 3 weeks ago?
Oh my God, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this place is a dump.
Anywho, I believe it was a practice, Haynes King, who is now the starter because Max Johnson is out with that hand injury, he said that the younger guys got a lot of good reps. So there's some hope there. They're getting good reps in practice. This whole entire week they've been able to focus on the little things, hopefully fix some of the negative aspects of the team that are going on right now. And they take on South Carolina this upcoming Saturday, unranked. I would not be surprised if the Gamecocks give them a really good game. Would you agree?
Depends on Spencer Rattler and if he has enough time to throw in the pocket, which we've seen time and time again.
But judging by A&M's hopes and dreams, and
I think A&M wins.
Okay.
Would that make you feel any better? And Strip Strike, who I hope is watching.
I really hope Strip Strike is watching.
Okay.
Anywho, yep, A&M.
All right, next team I want to talk about, and let me tell you, I'm excited because
SC, what happened? How is your new door?
composure.
Wow.
USC, what happened?
No, but really though, what happened? Number 20, Utah.
Mm,
Did they storm the field after that game?
I'm going to show you my paper right here, right now.
Okay.
Do you see how I have Oklahoma State and USC together? It's because there's a common denominator with what happened in those games. Both teams built a early lead and became conservative.
Complacent.
Yeah, and you know it's not surprising. I was watching the game with my father last night on the patio, and I believe USC hopped on to a quick. I mean, they scored fast, 14-0. What's it called? Run, 14-0 lead early. I mean, like not even the end of the first quarter. I looked over to him, and you know what I said? I said, "Yeah, I bet 75% of everyone that's watching this right now thinks it's over." But oh no. We put too much stock into one Mr. Lincoln Riley. I know the man's play calling, and I know the man's what is it called? Like tendencies.
His predictability.
His tendencies. For 5 years of watching, and I said, you know what? I could. What? Hello, Strip Strike.
Strip Strike, welcome. I've missed you.
You forgot. You just missed your. You forgot your. What's it called? Sorry, the heat's getting to me too. I
It's
took
radiating
some
off of me.
before. He missed the A&M segment.
Strip Strike, did you miss the A&M segment?
Dry fit?
Oh,
What?
I think he's suggesting that you need a dry fit.
No, my muscles would just.
Oh, got it.
You know what
Well,
I'm saying?
Strip Strike, I hope you heard my A&M analysis. You would have really liked it because I mentioned you and how we chatted about how it was a much needed bye week. But anywho, if you missed, sorry, bud.
So yeah, USC hopped out to a quick 14-0 lead, and that was it. I was like, wow, Utah's really going to win this one. And lo and behold, in the waning minutes of the game, Mr. Cameron Rising, Utah's quarterback, played hero ball and converted on a 2-point conversion to go up by 1.
USC dropped from, I believe it was it 7?
No, they were up to 6. 6.
Were they really? So 6, and then now they're in.
I think they're 12
are they-
now.
Okay.
But it's funny. You know, I'm starting to use more audio. You know, I'm really tuning in to my radio tendencies, by the way.
Let's hear it.
Hold on. You know, in typical Lincoln Riley fashion, he had some comments post-game about, you know, his team's performance. And, you know, you'd think after such a great game, he'd give props to the team that he just played. But I don't know. He gave his usual Lincoln Riley shtick, and here it is.
I feel two ways about it. The officiating was really poor tonight, but we still should have won the game. You know, we were 1 inch away on a lot of different occasions from winning this game, and honestly, several times very close to running away with this game. So we're not going to use this excuse. We got to get better. We can't control the officiating.
What officiating
Okay.
was he referencing?
I don't know. Maybe he was referencing the 5 added seconds that they got during the final play of the drive. So listen to this. I don't know if it was up pretty late.
I didn't get
don't
to
know.
watch this game.
So they get the ball back, okay, with 30 seconds left, okay, and they have no timeouts. So they have 30 seconds to go down and get ahead of Utah, who's up by 1 at this point. So during one of the plays, he throws, oh God, what was it? I think it was an interception. I can't remember. A play happens, okay? And the clock is running, okay? And then the tackle finally happens. And first off, the clock stopped. So that was the Utah score person's fault. He stopped the clock because there was a catch. No, it was an interception. There was an interception. Utah made an interception, okay? But there's pass interference, okay? Are we following?
Yeah.
Utah intercepted a Caleb Williams pass, but it was intercepted. But the problem was when he intercepted it, he started running. Like, he didn't get tackled right away. So time was going off the clock. And when he finally got tackled, the ref the guy got flagged for pass interference. But the problem is he didn't get tackled right away. So USC was going to get the ball back, but they still got time off the clock because he just kept running around with the interception. So once they were reviewing like the pass interference and stuff, they added time back onto the clock for no reason. The reason they gave was because there was a timeout called. How do you call a timeout in the middle of a play? Tell me. And anyone that's watching, please tell me how you could call a timeout in the middle of a play. They gave USC so many chances to win that game.
And did he blame it on?
He blamed it on the refs.
Did they get it? Did they get the pass interference call?
Yes, they did.
So then what was he complaining about?
Well, he was complaining about the refs in general, just all game. But I'm saying like they added time for them when there should have been no timeout in the middle of a play called.
Yikes! And Utah still.
So what's funny about this is that if you would have not given me any context, like, hey, this is Lincoln Riley talking post game, that's all you did, and you didn't show me the video, I could copy and paste that, and that would have been the excuse for about 85% of OU's losses during the 5 years he was there. Refs were horrible. We were really, really close. A lot, like multiple times. And he gives no credit to Utah at all. No credit at all. No credit to Cam Rising or Whittingham. Whittingham.
Because he's sorry. He's a sore loser.
Yeah, I could call him a lot of words right now, but I'm not because I'm a good person. Okay. That was Utah USC. Next up, those were the big ones. Like actually the big ones. I mean, we could talk about Michigan Penn State. If you wouldn't have been watching Michigan Penn State, and you just saw the final score, you would have thought, oh, they handled them. And they did. It was a lot closer towards the middle of the game. But I'm going to be honest here. I'm not putting stock into that win, and I'll tell you why. Penn State had their rank based off of, who they are, and they hadn't played anyone yet, okay? If you don't have quality wins, I can't give a quality win to Michigan, who I guess Penn State might be besides Ohio State, might have been their hardest matchup. But I don't know. That's one of those where you just look at the rank and you're like, wow, that's a quality win. But Penn State hadn't played anyone.
Did you see? It was UNC.
Oh, Lincoln Riley's dry fit. Get it?
Oh,
I get it now. Okay.
Sorry. Strike one.
Okay. What was the
UNC versus App State?
You have developed an affinity for teams that beat Texas A&M. It is hilarious.
No, I'm actually in favor of Appalachian State.
Of course you are, because you want to make Texas A&M look as good as they can.
I feel sorry for them because they've amassed to a 3-3 record, and they're just forgotten. They've fallen off the face of the earth. UNC beat them. UNC is now in the AP poll, coming in, I believe, number 22.
Oh boy,
overrated, by the way.
Yeah,
overrated.
Yeah, the ACC is horrible. We'll talk about that.
Right.
The ACC is horrible this year. They may be worse than the Big Ten.
Well, you beat App State.
Okay.
Who now is 3-3, or is it 3-4 now?
I'm not sure. That was not on my radar.
Well, here's why. Appalachian State was the talk of the media. Took down A&M, and then they had that one other win.
The Fun Belt.
Yeah, the Fun Belt. And then UNC beats them, and this off the face of the earth. I haven't seen one thing about Appalachian State.
Well, that's usually how it goes. I mean, that's what happened to Kansas. No one cares about Kansas anymore after their
no longer America's team. Gosh darn it.
Hey, if we're being honest with ourselves, they were never my America's team. We'll talk about my America's team shortly. Is that all? Something I figured out today that I didn't know yesterday. Kentucky played Mississippi State. Kentucky was at 22, Mississippi State 16. Mississippi State's been on tear beating teams, but I thought Will Levis was out with his dislocated finger still. But he played, and they beat Mississippi State by 10. So this is what's really hard about gauging SEC teams is that since the schedule is usually so stacked for so many teams, and you have an off week, I don't really know how to gauge you as a team. Okay, for example, Kentucky went on a tear earlier in the year, okay, ranked in the top 10. I mean, some people have them in the top 5, okay? But, I mean, I don't know how to gauge Mississippi State either because they beat teams like Arkansas and A&M, but then they lose to teams like Kentucky. I don't.
Sorry, I
what?
needed to read Strip Strike's comment.
We do care about Kansas when they beat Texas. Yes, we do. I know you didn't
Only
hear this
time.
earlier, Strip Strike, but let me tell you something. I know you don't care about this stat either, but what was it? The OU Kansas stat? Oh, it was OU has done something that Texas hasn't this year,
Right.
and it's beaten a top 25 opponent.
Mhm.
I thought you'd appreciate that kind of since we share a common enemy, but I don't know because it's OU. Okay, moving on. My America's team, and still undefeated.
Wait.
Oh, are you going to? The Syracuse Orange. Come on. They went, I think was it the Carrier Dome? Oh, I don't know. Don't quote me. It was either in NC State or Syracuse. Duh, obviously. It can only be two places.
Yeah.
They beat North Carolina State, and they held North Carolina. Well, listen, North Carolina State doesn't have a good offense, but held them under 10 points. They beat them 24-9. Still undefeated. We'll get to their opponent this week later.
I'm just in NC State.
This one's interesting.
They found themselves way low in the AP.
I think their
polls.
starting quarterback's out.
Oh,
I know it doesn't really matter a
We'll
whole
give
lot.
that excuse.
Texas and Iowa State. The only reason I want to talk about this game is because there was a very controversial call that happened late in the game against Iowa State.
Oh, I saw
The
that.
targeting that didn't get
Yes.
called targeting.
Yeah.
That got reviewed for targeting, but still didn't get called targeting. What are we doing, by the way? If I could write a very nice, formal letter to the referee board over there at the NCAA, I'd kindly ask them, what the are we doing? Okay, what in the absolute are we doing over there? Okay, we have seen so many calls happen that should not be targeting calls. Okay, and I'm talking about across the board in the NCAA. People that don't lead with the helmet but still get called. I've seen that multiple times. How can something such as cut and dry and black as white as the targeting that happened against Iowa State yesterday not get called even after review?
So yeah, it was a clear targeting call.
No, I mean, they called it. No, I don't know if it was called targeting and then waved off or it was reviewed for targeting, but did you see the video? I mean, we don't have it pulled up, but Texas ended up winning by 3 at a crucial point in the game. Remember when everyone said Texas is back? Yeah, they're still saying that for some reason. Okay. This is the last one I wanted to go to
Okay.
because I want to connect it with the Syracuse game. Clemson, quietly, quiet as a church mouse. No one's talking about them. We've talked about them a little bit. Not so much because we think they're going to do anything, but because DJ Ugalele has quietly been putting up a resume ever since those first couple of mishaps during the first couple of games of the season. Quietly beating Florida State 34-28. I took a look at their schedule for the rest of the year. I think Syracuse, and I don't know if you're someone that puts a lot of stock into Syracuse. I'm really just like a part of the Syracuse hype train just because like, hey, it's fun, it's new, they're undefeated. With that being said, Syracuse is Clemson's last actual opponent this year. And it's this week. And we're
You mean,
barely past the halfway point of
You're
the
meaning
season.
like an actual contender?
Yeah. So Clemson, as much as we love to talk about Tennessee, and Tennessee's walking on eggshells now because they're probably not getting in if they have a one loss. Well, unless they win the SEC championship. But beating Alabama or Georgia twice is going to be a tall order for any team, not just Tennessee. As much as I want Tennessee to be that fourth team, it's probably going to go to an undefeated Clemson, depending on what happens in the Pac-12 and if UCLA or Oregon end up coming out undefeated in the Pac-12 championship or if TCU wins out. Let me tell you, it's this, the scenario game with the top 4 at this point in the season is wild. I don't remember it
Well-
ever being this up in the air.
I still hold true that Georgia will remain number 1.
That Georgia will?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I think Ohio State should be number 1 right now.
You think? Well, they had a bye week. I still need to see one more game. I'm putting a lot of stock into Georgia being untouchable, and I'm going to leave it there.
Okay. Oh, I did note this. Notre Dame lost again.
What's new?
I don't even remember who they played. Can chat help us out here? Who did Notre Dame play yesterday? It wasn't a good team. But I noted it because this is the first game under their new coach, Marcus Freeman, where it's his first loss when he's converted to Catholicism. He converted to Catholicism like a couple weeks ago.
Oh, that's something we have in common. That's also the guy that could kick your.
Yeah, but I could win more football games. Okay. Okay, that was segment 1, and we're 40 minutes into it. Oh, boy.
Here, let's play my game.
Wait, I thought we already did. I thought it was the Be Nice segment. Okay, let's play a game.
Okay. This is my game.
Oh, God. Wait. Oh, this is my game for you.
Yeah, I'm playing the game.
Hold on. Let me pull up. I don't just, listen, I'm not that mean.
Oh, they played Stanford.
No, hold on. This is not just me being mean, okay? Because I know logos can trip you up sometimes, and that's fine, okay? Who cares about logos in the end? But there is some context to these 4 teams. There's no winless FBS teams left, okay? But these 4 are still looking for their first FBS win, okay?
Okay.
Nowhere to go but up, right? Well, you'd think so. Well, let's ask Julia. Julia, top left, who is it?
Marshall.
No. You were so
I was really
You were
confident.
so confident. They played Stanford. Thank you, Giraffe. Yeah, they lost to Stanford, which is god awful. That is the University of South Florida. South Florida.
Oh crap.
So
Okay.
that's
I know
South Florida.
Massachusetts.
What?
Massachusetts.
The University of Massachusetts?
Yeah.
Okay, good job. Whew. All right, we got the easy one out of the way.
A Army.
Hold on. Top right.
Oh.
Who's that?
Well, it's a Trojan. So it's in it.
Mm-hmm. What color is it?
It's gold,
Good. Yeah. What's the shield behind? What color is the shield behind it?
black.
Good. Good. Hmm.
I don't have an answer.
That's Army.
Oh,
How dare you disrespect one of our armed forces branches?
so is that Air Force at the bottom?
Mm-mm. Okay, the bottom right ones actually would be tough. Like if you actually knew your logos but weren't like keeping up to date. That is Akron's new logo.
I've never even
Do
heard.
you know what Akron? You've never heard Akron, Ohio, where LeBron James is from?
Oh,
Okay.
okay, now.
Well, okay. Well, do you even know what their mascot is? What they're
No.
called? They're
No.
the Zips. The Akron Zips.
What does that mean?
Well, you zip. Yep, that's
Okay,
what it
okay,
means.
here's the next one.
Oh,
Yay! This
forgot- oh,
looks
God.
so
I
fun.
forgot we had 2. Hold on.
Oh,
Okay.
Giraffe said he's never
There's
heard of Akron either.
there's no undefeated teams left that are eligible for the G5 auto bid to the Cotton Bowl. And just 6 one-loss teams. These are those 6. Could one of these teams be heading to a New Year's 6 bowl? I don't know. Let's ask Julia. But first, let's ask Julia if she even knows.
I know most of these.
Top left,
Cincinnati,
middle top.
Central Florida.
Okay.
Okay,
Top
that's
right.
Obviously Tulane. I did
Good.
your.
I thought that was the one that was going to trip you up. Good job. Bottom left.
Oh God,
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea what that is.
Would CC do anything for you? And I'm not talking
Coastal
about the pizza.
Carolina.
Good job. Look
That's
at
South
you.
Alabama in the middle.
Wow, I thought that one was going to. Well, do you know the bottom right one? Wow, you're doing a lot better on this than I thought you would. Interesting.
Oh, that's on the tip of my tongue. On the
West Coast, baby. They're known for their tri-tip barbecue. Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Look at
like
me,
that has
Paul.
any importance to me.
Hey, well, it does for me. You know why? Because I like that. I like that.
Drake had
Mm-hmm.
a double onion burger from R&W.
Don't disrespect J.
He said he was sick. J&W, and he said he was sick. Just thought I should
was
add
sick
that
for
bit.
all those cows out there. Okay, come on. Who is it?
It's a
SJS.
Oh, San Jacinto State. San Jose State.
Yes, San Jacinto.
I had a friend that played there basketball.
San Jose State. Good job.
All right.
Get that off. Get that out of my face.
Okay, here I got something for you.
Oh.
These are the undefeated teams that lost on Saturday. So we've got Alabama, USC.
Lovely.
What happened?
What happened? USC. What happened?
Oklahoma State. Ugh, yeah.
Yeah, that was gross, Mike Gundy.
Penn State. Yikes. James Madison, who had broken to the AP top 25 poll at number 25,
Their first year in the FBS.
slowly left. That was a short ride.
They were replaced now by Tulane.
Yep. And Coastal Carolina.
Oh, that's why you knew it. Because you had it fresh on your mind from your
That's
additions.
not true. All right.
That's not true. That's not true. Shut up. What's next? What's next?
Just go. I'm gonna start coughing. Can I go into my
Everything
segment?
is falling today. It's been a weird night. That's all. Happy Halloween.
Should I go into my segment real quick?
Yeah, hey, you do whatever you want. Okay.
These are
This is your show.
4 instances from this week that really made me happy.
Uh,
And I don't find happiness too often during the week just because of a lot of factors.
Do we need this to be there? Segment 3 is therapy.
No, these are 4 instances this week that put a smile on Julia's face.
So would you say like put you in a good mood?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, hold on. I wouldn't be a good producer
Okay.
if does that have sound? Do the videos have sound? Like that's an actual No. I don't want them to have sound. But
No,
do
it
they
does
have
not.
sound?
It does not.
Okay. So these are 4 sports things that happen?
Yes.
Okay, here, let me give you
They're not feel good.
they're calming.
Okay.
They calmed
So
you.
let me get my notes out. Just
Yep. Just feel that water rushing down your back as the sweat drips.
so I don't know if anybody keeps up with baseball, specifically Major League Baseball, but the Astros in the playoffs. I don't know if anybody saw that 18th inning game, and that's not a typo. I didn't stutter. 18th inning. They were playing the. Do you pronounce it Mariners or Mariners? Because listen.
It's Mariners.
Okay, listen.
The Mariners?
So yes.
The Mariners?
Listen, it was like a sports analysis over this game.
Yeah.
Pronounced it Mariners, and I wish I could call
Well,
the dude out.
they need to go look in the mirror, get some Zen music going, like the what's playing right now. They need to go make some life choices.
Right. Okay. The Mariners.
So that calmed you. Seeing someone misspell or missay a name.
No, I'm not finished.
Okay.
So, this was Game 3 of the American League Division, and Jeremy Pena. He's young on this Astros
Yeah,
team.
he is.
It was back and forth pitching the entire game, especially for the first half of the game. Pitching was astounding, back and forth. Nobody was getting a hit off. This dude right here walked up to the plate, cracked it to the seats, sent it. Astros won 1-0, just like that.
Just a calming home run, as they usually are.
Yep. But 8 to this game. Here's some stats for you.
Are they calming stats?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm ready.
He's a 25-year-old rookie.
Yeah.
Like I said, he's young. Okay. There was 42 combined strikeouts in this game, and this game surpassed 6 hours. 6.
That's very calming. That's a long time in your seat. That can make someone very calm.
Yep. 6 hours and I think it was 22 minutes of runtime to be exact.
Uh-huh.
So I think this was, they clinched a spot in the American League, Championship Series because of this. So
Beautiful.
Congratulations to Jeremy Pena.
Congrats, Mr. Pena. You're a calming presence in one Julia Schwacke's world.
All right, next up. What else? What else?
Oh, the most calm that I've ever seen a group of people be in a college
Collectively,
football game.
They walked to the center of the
Arm in arm.
the Rocky Mountain top.
Yeah.
And what made this even more calming was they tore the goalpost down and
In a peaceful manner.
and it's floating somewhere in the river of wherever Tennessee's river that it flows is in. Yep.
That it flows in. Just like the water we're hearing right now is flowing. It's calmly.
And look at those calming fireworks.
I bet they weren't loud at all. I bet,
Shout out to that kicker, by the way. All right.
it was a very calm kick. Oh, he looks so calm right now. I don't know who that is. I can't see that far, but...
And I said we would talk about it later.
Oh, God,
Aggies
it's
had a bye
Jimbo.
week. And this
Ugh.
this gave me so much calm because like I was discussing earlier, Aggies needed this bye week to recollect their thoughts on play calling and poor choices and being this close to upsetting.
Yes.
Weren't they number 2 at the time?
I don't. Who cares? Hey, I'll do you one better. Who cares?
No, they were number 1.
Well, I just hope Jimbo really gathered himself on this week off. I really hope he took a look at his son that wears all that bling during the games and he asked himself, hey, why am I doing this? Am I leading these kids to a path of righteousness or down to a pit of hell?
Hey, on an even more calm note, emphasis on the word calm.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Saban was about as calm as he could be in that Tennessee loss.
Yeah, even though he was red in the face and probably red in a lot of other spots we won't talk about,
I think
he was so calm.
he probably lost about 1,000 strands of hair that game. This dude, as calm as he may have looked,
Because it was a calm game. I mean, nothing happened to where there would be a ruckus
I
from
don't think
anyone.
There was no curse words.
Neyland Stadium, known to be one of the loudest stadiums in all of college football, eerily quiet the whole game.
But all in all, to say,
Strange.
made me very happy this week. A sense of peace. I felt very sinful. So. right?
Wow. You know what? I don't even want to do the show anymore. I'm at peace right now.
Do you just want to call it? No dump. No segment 5,000.
God. Can you take a dump after so much peace is had?
We're at
I
50.
don't know.
Hey, we're gonna have to get this out quick.
Well, wouldn't be the first time I've been told that. Okay, let's go.
All right.
Let's dump.
SN. Oh,
SNL. That's who we are. Saturday Night Live, baby. On Sundays. Oh, this has been it's been a weird night.
I need a nuck.
Oh, I didn't know what thought you were like,
Wow.
good job, Drake. Good job.
The SYS video dump. Here we go. Drake, this one's for you.
Oh, okay. Sorry, it's a little delayed over here.
Kansas.
Hey, there's one of the, that's CJ Colden, a name who has not been called on much this season, to my chagrin. Made a great catch. Almost has DJ Graham-like qualities last year versus Nebraska, the one-hander. Oh, average gamer Crow. Does K-State make it to the college football playoff with a win out? Well, that's tough. It is, because even though K-State controls their destiny in the Big 12, they do not control their destiny in the final college football playoff mix. You have to assume that an undefeated Clemson makes it in before Kansas State. You have to assume that an undefeated Pac-12 team makes it in before Kansas State. I mean, I hate to say this. You might have to assume that a one-loss SEC runner-up makes it before a one-loss Kansas State Big 12 champ. I mean, think about it. We have a Georgia sitting undefeated right now. If by the end of this, Georgia and Alabama play, and or even if it's Georgia Tennessee play in the final SEC championship game, and whoever is undefeated going into that game loses, you gonna put them out? You're gonna put them out and put Kansas State in as your fourth team, a one-loss Georgia in the SEC championship game over a Big 12 champ Kansas State one loss? I don't know. This is why. Listen, we talked about it. It's tough right now. It's a throw-up game right now. But Jake, I will say this. I
way
think
to expose his name.
Well, we've said it before.
Okay.
He's our Twitch helper. He's our resident
right.
Twitch helper. Jake, I will say this. They control their path to a Big 12 championship. They do not to a playoff spot. Okay. CJ Colden, everyone, made some plays yesterday on defense. Refreshing to see. I think it's only going to get better from here on out. Next. Oh, my God. We need to have a segment that is like most bad segment of the week or whatever.
Like top 5 videos from any sport. Sorry, I had to get the word out.
Yeah, I couldn't really connect the dots there, but we ended up making it. If I'm I don't care what school I go to, whether that be Alabama or the Citadel. If I'm a center lining up again, did it end up being the center? Who was it? The tackle? Was it the tackle? Yeah, it was the tackle. If I'm a defensive end lining up against that tackle and I see a man throw up and then look at me in my eyes and just nod, I'm asking for a sub. I'm rethinking my life decisions, and I'm going to work in a cubicle for the rest of my life.
Would you ask for?
You know what, brother? I'm not built for this life, okay?
Would you ask for a sub like, hey, Saban, sub? Or would you be like, Coach, sub? Or would
I'd
you
have been
just
like,
run off the field?
well, here's what I would do. I would muff a punt, just like that one guy did. I'd be like, Coach, put me in special teams. I'd muff the punt, and then I'd be like, okay, take me out. I have a cramped renal gland. Yep.
Yep.
I hate when that happens.
This was amazing.
Yeah, that was probably my favorite video of, even though I don't know the videos.
Hey, we love all Billy Belichick.
Billy!
So, this
And his Italian counterpart, Benny.
Benny. All right.
I don't know who their kicker is.
Well,
Is that who
No,
it
no,
is?
no.
I'm assuming. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
this-
Sorry.
so it's this rookie recovered a muff punt,
Okay.
and he pretended to. Oh, not pretended. Jeez, and presented the ball to Bill Belichick. Like, here's a token of my gratitude.
Bill, congrats. You've won tons of Super Bowls, but this meaningless game, here's the game ball. I know you're going to love it just as much as those other ones.
I think it was more like, "Hey, coach, I'm a rookie. I did something great. I want to be on the roster forever."
You know, did you see? Watch how he like starts talking in the headset immediately. You know what he said? He's saying, "Okay, whoever this guy is, get him out."
He's probably
I
like,
don't
"What the
care good. I don't care how good he is. Get him out. He touched me. Okay, I don't like that. I don't like that.
I only kick balls around here. I don't want them handed to me."
Right. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. What's next?
Okay, this is not so much humorous or anything. Grant Williams, player for the Celtics.
Yeah. Did great last year in the playoff or the
His-
playoff. Is that what it's called? The playoffs?
The playoffs, sure.
Who cares?
His shoe exploded.
I've
It
seen
was-
this a couple of times. Have
was-
you ever seen Like Mike? Excuse me?
Okay, yes.
Okay.
But this is just it's. And what's even funnier is the guy tries. He's still gonna take the charge.
Beautiful.
I mean, what?
The NBA season, I don't know. We talk about football so much. It starts this week. And if you think I'm busy
Ooh,
now,
yeah.
oh boy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
I just want to know what brand of shoe that is because my goodness, you're gonna have to do some rethinking when you're manufacturing.
And let me tell you this. I know it seems like Julia doesn't know what the is talking about half the time, but oh boy, get her into a room with basketballs. She doesn't know what to do. She just won't.
I just won't shut up.
No, she just doesn't know what to do. I mean, oh yes, here it is. Heupel, Josh Heupel, the man of the Batman. He's out for vengeance, and let me tell you, for the entire Rocky Top State, he got that vengeance last night.
Was this at their practice?
This was an OU practice. Look, you can see the Crimson. Probably just a little Halloween fun.
It's so bad.
Listen, out of everything that's happened this week, like games, OU winning, Texas A&M not playing, and me having to talk about them on this show, I am most happy for Josh Heupel. If you know, like, the situation he was in, and, like, I mean, he was an OU assistant. I mean, he did not a good job. And not saying that he did a good job because he was a bad coach, but he just wasn't, he wasn't received well by the fans.
Right.
Make your connections how you will. And he really carved him. He really just said, "Screw you guys." Carved out a path for himself, and he is rebuilding a Tennessee team that I have longed to be relevant. I mean, really, the last time they were relevant, do you want to talk about it? Was a little game in Neyland when OU came to visit in 2015, and that was the debut of one Baker Mayfield, and they ended up winning. That's a tale as old as time, though. We won't get too much into it.
My voice is lower, so we could instead of
Actually, I'm going to be honest. Your voice has been like kind of fine. Like I know you've coughed a little bit, but like,
that's good. I
Maybe-
think we need to try out instead of "Go Tigers." Here, let me put it back up.
I'm vengeance.
I am Batman.
No, it's
Oh,
I'm vengeance. That's Robert Pattinson Batman. He hasn't said that yet. He's I'm vengeance.
I don't really like Robert Pattinson Batman.
Okay, well, you're like the only one. So, was that it? Was that our? Oh! Wow! We're doing this.
This is
Wow!
Well, it's-
Listen, we have a lot of investors
okay,
and a
well,
lot of benefactors.
This isn't us. We're not promoting.
You're
this
right. You're
here.
right. But I mean, and I'm the one that sent you this because I know. Hey, listen, we don't get to do this very much, so I'm gonna be frank here.
Your time's ticking.
I know a couple of you in the chat that might be watching right now are Dodgers fans. And I know you like to give your excuses like, well, where I lived, the farm team for the Dodgers was in the place I grew up in, so that's why I watched the Dodgers. And you know what I have to say to those people, whom I may have an instant connection with when it comes to family.
Tell me.
I am so happy the Dodgers lost. And especially to the Padres, an in-division rival, a team who has not won are they NLDS? Are they National League? I think they are. Has not won an NLDS since I've been alive, and a lot longer before. Well, no, that's not true. I'm not sure about the stats, but oh, look out! He came out. He came out. How can I unfollow?
Oh, King of the Jungle. It's going to be fine.
Hey, the Yankees are playing right now, by the way. I don't know what the score is.
Well, this is more important.
Sports? Hello?
Nope.
Oh, is there some? Hey, I sent you this one too. Let me tell you, Australia, known for two things. Their great metal scene, as in music. Mm-hmm. Yeah, look up Australian metal scene if you don't believe me. 2, old punters. That's all I got to say. I was just like, wow. Oklahoma State has an old Australian punter. I've seen him, and he's really good. Not as good as OU's because Michael Turk is the GOAT.
Let me respond to King of the Jungle.
Is the moderator here? I don't know if Blake's here tonight. But you know what? Just to save face. Yeah, he is here. He is here. He's here. He's on paid leave. Okay. So yeah.
This is my favorite for tonight right here.
Oh, wow. Are we going to do this? I sent this to you not knowing if we'd be able to squeeze it in, but
we're going to do it real fast, but here's the thing. We can't digress on our choices. We're just going to pick according to the $15.
How I like to do this one, I just like to go one in each row because that's $15. Do you want to do it that way? I mean, you can do it. Look at Jimmy Butler. That it doesn't look right.
No, look at James Harden.
But what do you mean? He's always had his beard. Look at Butler. He's grown his hair out. It's not a good look. Yeah. Okay. $5. Who are you taking? I'm taking Curry.
Luka.
$4. I am taking Kawhi.
Morant.
$3. I am taking. Ooh, this is tough. How am I building out my team here?
Well, I choose Booker, so continue.
I have my scorer. I need defense, so I'll take Paul George at 3.
Okay.
2. AD. That's easy. AD should not be 2. I shouldn't be putting thoughts in your head. AD should not be $2.
I was gonna pick him anyway because I already have.
Oh, I'm sure you. Hey, I'm sure you were. Okay. $1.
Oh, Kyrie.
Why is that?
No, I changed my mind.
Why
Zion.
Is Zion here? You make me so nervous sometimes.
I have an old faithful. Okay.
I would probably go Donovan Mitchell or Brandon Ingram.
All right, $15.
Oh, I didn't see Bradley Beal. Donovan Mitchell.
Okay, good to know. That's our
Zion.
Hey,
the man hasn't played a basketball game in like forever.
I said I was old faithful.
To what? Duke? Old faithful to who? Zion? Why?
We are not digressing.
I can't wait until basketball gets here.
Oh.
You think we argue now? Oh boy. Okay.
Here, we'll just throw this up just for looks, and we already talked about this.
Oh
Here,
yeah. We kind of.
No, we talked about this, but this is the main thing I wanted to look at. I said this before. North Carolina, absolutely not. No. If anything, maybe a 24. I understand why Tulane is 25, but
you and your rankings, you know what? I'm going to send a letter to the CFB, and I'm going to be like, listen, there is a woman that I work with, and she loves her numbers, boy. Let me tell you, the team could be the absolute worst, but if they have a number by them, you know what? You're going to get credibility with her. Hey, you're going to get credibility with her.
Hey, I'd work for them.
So screw the AP. I don't care about the Associated Press. We're going to have the AP poll, the coaches poll, and then the third and most important, the J poll, which is Julius poll, okay? And that's the one that we're going to follow until the CFP rankings come out.
A lot of followers. And maybe not for the reasons that it should.
Yeah.
And I'll just shut up and we'll keep going.
Yep, okay.
All right.
Is that it?
This was my last thing.
Oh, there was one more.
Wait, we're just
we're having a lot of...
We are.
Listen.
This is the controversial topic, and we're not going to go too long on this because I really don't want Miss Camera over there to take a little death toll.
Little nap.
Okay, so...
It's not popped up yet. Where is it? I don't know. Oh.
The recently reviewed roughing the passer rule Has anybody taken a look at that? So this was when I don't know if this is the
Oh,
game that they
man.
were referencing, but
I'm sure it was because of Tua. I'm sure they reviewed everything because of the Tua
well,
situation.
right, okay. So Tua obviously, but then Tom Brady, the man's been through it recently. We won't go into him anymore. I'm tired of talking about him. I haven't gone too into the inner workings of the entire new ruling, or if there's going to be like a set new ruling, but I thought I would, pick your brain. They're basically saying now,
I didn't even see this.
well,
So, any tackle. I'm assuming tackle means when you put full body weight on top
I would think
of the quarterback.
I would think so.
Well, okay, listen. There's two planes of thinking about this.
Make it quickie.
Well, NFL Superstar League, okay? It makes its money based on the players. The NBA is the same way. MLB trying to get there, trying to make superstars. And most superstars that people gravitate to are the quarterbacks because they have the ball in their hands the most, they make the most plays, etc. So when you're a multi-billion-dollar company like the NFL is, and you are trying to, what is it called? Make your product better.
I like the term someone used, sustain your franchise.
Nice. Way to pander to the station I'm on. Franchise.
Oh,
Good job.
oh, good.
If you're trying to keep your product alive, you want to keep the people that make you the most money safe. That's the business way of looking at it.
But does
so-
it take away? But does it take away the physicality of the NFL? Because now they're untouchable at this point.
That's true.
Any rush, you might as well just stop.
I'm not a fan of it, especially just all tackling, like outlawed. I mean, I think a tackle is fine. I mean, I think the way it was before this new rule got changed up is how it should have been, like where it was. Like if someone came in and, it was targeting, obviously, or someone that came in with a late hit, obviously.
Yeah, the late
But
hit is
all
the biggest thing.
tackling is, I don't know. I just feel like even when you're a quarterback, you sign up for this.
Because
I mean,
what
you
is
know the
difference with
risks.
what's the difference with a sack? It's the same thing.
Right. I don't know. I don't have a lot of stock into this. I'm just going to say that when I don't have a lot of stock into something, I try and make sense of it just because I need to think of, why someone would make this decision if I, in the sense of not it being a football thing. And if it's a business thing, then you're just trying to protect your superstars, the ones that make you the most money.
I think that's the ultimate thing. And I think like you said, I think the whole Tua issue had a lot to do with it. He will be playing against the Steelers this coming weekend, by the way. He will make his return. Going to be excited to see how that goes. But
Yeah, we'll see.
all right.
Was that it?
That was the entire show.
We forgot to do our transitions, but that's fine. You need to follow us on TikTok, SYS Podcast. Join us in the after party. We'll be playing the most hotly contested game of Connect 4 you've ever seen. It was so hotly contested, in fact, that Julia had to be reminded of how to play Connect 4. That's right. Someone had to be reminded of how to play Connect 4 as if it's not in the... I'm not even going to use it. We've used it too much. As if it's not already in the name of the game, but that's fine. So that live will be going on Instagram, on our personal socials, I guess.
Our personal handles that are found
It's kind of an
on
oxymoron.
the panels down below.
Yeah. Follow us on all those. YouTube videos will go up after we're done editing them. Yeah, that's it. I
But
think that's it.
We will.
Oh, 50 followers too.
Hey,
I mean,
yeah.
I don't know if you've noticed, we've kind of had some changes to the set and virtually as well. Go get that bar to 50. Go tell your friends about us. I mean, we're a good time.
32. We need to be to 50.
Spooky stuff happens, as you can tell by Totally Not Gravity.
Yeah. NFL, more coverage for NFL will be coming soon. College football is still going on, it's the fave. It's America's fave.
We'll mix in some basketball since
And-
it's starting up.
Basketball's going to be coming up. Thunder up. Non-biased. And Liquid Death, if you ever end up watching this, sponsor us.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Sorry. I forgot to do my job.
I forgot to do the do
Hold on.
while we're waiting.
Talk about how in 5 seconds how we're going to go to Instagram Live and we're not going to be here because we don't care anymore. Okay, Did you see how smooth that was?
That was good. We are the Shoot Your Shot podcast. I won't be sick next week, and hopefully, and Drake will be more muscled up than he already is because
Right.
of his drug addiction.
Oh, okay. All right.
Just vitamins. They're prescribed
Vitamins.
vitamins. 8 p.m. on Sundays on Twitch and on YouTube, and we will see you next week.